Hello everyone, my name is Randy Jordan, and today I'm going to give a presentation on the Code of Ethics. So let's get started. The overview of today's presentation will consist of NSBE. I'm going to talk about what is NSBE, I'm going to share their mission, and I'm also going to share their vision. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the Code of Ethics. What is the Code of Ethics? And thirdly, I'm going to talk about an engineering ethic case. I'm going to talk about a more specific code and provide a special example. So first, it's very important that we should know what NSBE is. So what is NSBE? NSBE stands for the National Society of Professional Engineers. They were founded in 1934, and they are a professional association that represents licensed professional engineers across the United States. Now, their vision is a world where the public can feel safe about the engineers that makes the decision which impacts their lives, and that the decisions will be qualified and ethically. Now, their mission is to foster licensed professional engineers into the service of society. Now, what is the Code of Ethics? The Code of Ethics is a set of principles of conduct within an organization that guides decision making. The purpose of a code of ethics is to provide its members and interested persons with guidelines and ethical choices in their work. So now let's talk about engineering ethics. So the Engineering Code of Ethics can be found on the NSBE website, but I wanted to talk about the third fundamental canon and focus on the professional obligations. So here's a few points. Engineers shall be guided in all highest standards of integrity and honesty. Engineers shall at all times serve the public interest. And engineers shall not be influenced in their professional duties by conflicting interests. So now let's go into more specific. We're going to talk about Code 3, Professional Obligations, number 5, which states engineers shall not be influenced. Engineers shall not be influenced in their professional duties by conflicting interests. So let's go into a more example. An example can be a gift from a vendor. It can be a pen versus a Rolex. So think of yourself in this situation. I'm a vendor and you're the engineer. So we have I'm offering you a pen, or I'm offering you a Rolex that I'm sure everyone would love to have. But the pen costs $5 and the Rolex is about $32,000. That's a lot of money. So which one is the more ethical situation to receive in this case? If you were thinking the ballpoint pen, then you're right. Accepting the Rolex will cause an increased chance of creating an unethical situation, because since the Rolex is such at a high price, you will now have to owe some type of loyalty to that vendor. And this will increase in cause of a scandal or any corruption or any bribery. So the more ethical choice to accept from the vendor is the pen. Now, in conclusion of this presentation, we talked about the NSBE, which is the National Society of Professional Engineers. We talked about the Code of Ethics, which morality applies to everyone, but engineering ethics applies to engineers. And one thing to remember is that engineering ethics is very important because engineers affect the life of all people. And one last point to remember to take home today is that engineers shall not be influenced in their professional duties with conflicting interest. Thank you so much, and is there any questions? Thank you. Have a great day.